Think about the last time you said yes to someone while your whole body was screaming no. That heavy, tight feeling in your chest, that wasn't kindness. That was the sound of you abandoning yourself. You were living a life designed by other people's expectations, and honestly, you're disappearing.
It's called the invisible tax of being too nice, and today we are going to stop you from paying it. If you stay with us, we're going to reveal the 3 psychological chains keeping you stuck in the people-pleasing cycle. If you miss this, you'll keep waking up exhausted, living a life that doesn't even belong to you.
Ellen, it's so easy to mistake being a good person for being a doormat. I see it everywhere. People think they are being helpful, but they are actually just afraid.
Exactly, John. And for English learners listening to this is a double challenge. You're trying to find your voice in a new language, but you're also trying to find the courage to use that voice to say no.
The courage to say no. I love that. Because when we say yes just to avoid a conflict, we aren't being peaceful. We're just starting a war inside ourselves.
It's a silent war. It's the erosion of the self. Every time you apologize for something that isn't your fault, or every time you over-explain your boundaries, you are telling the world, my time and my feelings don't matter as much as yours.
Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Talk English podcast. I'm your host, John.
And I'm Ellen. We are so incredibly happy to have you here in this space with us today.
Before we go any further, I want to clarify. This is an episode designed for our intermediate B1 and upper intermediate B2 learners. We are going to use some complex structures today, third conditionals, passive voice, and some high-level psychological vocabulary.
But don't let that intimidate you. Even if you are a strong beginner, stay with us. Let the rhythm of the English wash over you. If you don't understand every word, look for the feeling of the conversation.
This channel is about more than just grammar. It's about building an English mindset. If you want to join a community of learners who care about deep topics while mastering the language, please hit that subscribe button right now.
And click the notification bell. In 2026, the world is loud and busy. Don't let your English progress get lost in the noise. Join us and let's grow together.
Let's get into the nice person paradox. Ellen, why is it that the nicest people are often the most miserable?
It's a fascinating psychological trap, John. To our listeners, listen closely to this word, compliance. Often what we call kindness is actually just compliance. Kindness comes from a place of strength and choice. Compliance comes from a place of fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough.
I see. So if I help a friend because I truly want to, that's kindness. But if I help them because I'm afraid they'll be angry with me if I don't, that's something else.
That's resentment in the making. Resentment is that slow-burning anger that grows when you feel taken advantage of. And here's the deep part. The person you are actually angry with isn't the other person, it's yourself.
Wow, you're angry because you didn't protect your own space.
Precisely. For our B2 learners, think of it this way. Had you set a boundary earlier, you wouldn't be feeling this resentment now. That's a third conditional structure, and it perfectly describes the regret of the people pleaser.
Let's talk about the architecture of the mind. We build these habits over years. Maybe as children, we were rewarded for being the easy child or the quiet student. We learned that our value was connected to how little trouble we caused for others.
And that creates a false self. You become an actor in your own life. You're performing the role of the helper or the yes man. But the real self is hiding, getting smaller and smaller.
It feels like a prison, doesn't it? You're trapped by your own reputation for being too nice. This brings us to a huge habit that I see in English learners especially, over-explaining.
Oh, this is a big one. When someone asks you to do something and you want to say no, Do you give a 5-minute speech about why you can't? Oh, I'm so sorry. I would love to, but my car is broken and my cat is sick and I have a headache.
I've done that. It's like we're in a courtroom trying to prove we are innocent.
Exactly. But here is the truth. No is a complete sentence. When you over-explain, you're actually saying, I don't have the right to say no unless I have a good enough excuse. You're asking for permission to have a life.
That's a powerful realization. It's about autonomy. Autonomy is your right to govern yourself. If you have to justify every choice, you don't have autonomy. You have a supervisor.
And for our listeners, I want to ask you a question. Please go down to the comments right now and tell us, what is one thing you find yourself over-explaining? Is it why you're tired? Is it why you didn't answer a message immediately? Write it down. Acknowledging it is the first step to stopping it.
I think we over-explain because we are addicted to validation. We need the other person to say, oh, I understand. It's okay that you said no. If they don't give us that validation, we feel like bad people.
It's a heavy burden to carry, John. It's what we call emotional labor. You are doing the work of managing the other person's feelings so you don't have to feel guilty. But their feelings are their responsibility, not yours.
We're about halfway through this deep dive. If this conversation is opening your eyes, or if you've realized that you've been a people pleaser for too long, please give this video a like. It really helps the algorithm show this to other people who might be struggling with the same thing.
And if you're finding these English terms like autonomy and resentment useful, make sure you've joined our Talk English community. We believe that when you improve your mind, your English fluency follows naturally.
Share this with one friend who always says yes to everything. You might be the person who helps them reclaim their life. Okay, Ellen, let's move toward the solution. How do we rebuild our inner authority?
It starts with a guilt storm. When you first start setting boundaries, you will feel guilty. It's inevitable. But here is the secret. Guilt is not proof that you did something wrong.
Wait, say that again? That's huge.
Guilt is just a habit of the mind. It's the brain's way of saying, wait, you're doing something different. This is scary. To reclaim yourself, you have to learn to sit inside that guilt storm and not move.
So, if I say no to a coworker who wants me to work on Saturday and I feel that sick feeling in my stomach, I shouldn't take it back?
No, you should say to yourself, I am feeling guilty and that's okay. I am still keeping my boundary. Over time, the guilt gets quieter. This is what we call emotional resilience.
I love that term, resilience, the ability to bounce back. In English, we use bounce back to describe someone who recovers quickly from a difficult situation.
And to build that resilience, you need to stop seeking external validation and start building internal trust. Internal trust means you believe in your own value, even if someone else is disappointed in you.
To be honest, Ellen, the people who get the most angry when you set boundaries are usually the people who benefited the most from you having none.
Exactly. That is a pivotal realization. Your boundaries are a filter. They filter out the people who only liked you because you were convenient.
We also have to mention the digital world. Social media has turned people-pleasing into a 24/7 job. We're constantly curating our lives for the approval of strangers.
Curating, that's a sophisticated word. It means to carefully choose and organize things for a display. We curate our photos, our words, even our English progress online.
It creates cognitive dissonance. That's when your internal reality doesn't match your external performance. You feel like a fraud.
And the cure for that is authenticity. Authenticity isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. It's about being okay with the fact that not everyone will like you.
As they say, if you are for everyone, you are for no one.
Precisely. For our listeners, trying to speak perfect English is a form of people-pleasing too. You're afraid of being judged, but your value as a person has nothing to do with your grammar.
Before we leave you today, I want to share one final thought. The way you treat yourself is the instruction manual you give to the world. If you treat yourself like a second-class citizen, people will follow your lead.
You don't have to be mean to be firm. You can be a deeply kind, warm person who also has walls made of steel.
Here is your final question for the comments. What is one no you're going to say this week? It could be a small no to an extra task or a big no to a toxic conversation. Tell us in one sentence.
We read every single comment. It's how we know we're making an impact.
If this episode challenged your English and your mindset, please subscribe and share this video. Your support is what keeps the Talk English podcast alive.
I'm so proud of you for finishing this hour-long dive into deep English. You are already becoming a more authentic version of yourself.
This is John.
And this is Ellen.
Keep learning, keep breathing, and remember, your worth is not up for discussion.
Bye for now.